Okay, so for this week's show and tell, I suppose we'll start off with video.
Well, this week, as promised, I've been working on the scabbard for the scimitar. It's still in the basic early phases of modeling it, and I'll continue to do that next week and hopefully have it done by next weekend.
Sweet. Fug, what have you got?
Last week I was just trying to improve some of the lighting down in the waterfall arena of Duel Winter. Um, Basically made an animated caustic texture, and I've also just been doing some other little bits of polish in Winter. And that's all I've really been doing. I'm going to be doing some models for Temple next week.
Cool. Jeff.
I started working on redoing the Blade Symphony website and integrating it more with our stat system. I did some of the backend work so that we can unlock swords and other items and actually have that be persistent. And I started making sure that we can actually record duel data into the web server. So, not too much fancy.
And that continues this week, yeah?
Yep, that's going to go on.
Cool. Christian.
I've updated the customization screen folder, and I added this tab element here, which adds new customization options. So, for example, you can change the mask of the character now. You still have the skins here on one tab, and you're able to select the custom tint color easily now. And we'll have some predefined colors here per character, and you can select the default color, which means no tinting at all. It usually looks a bit better than the tinted ones. And then we'll also have a color picker here, which allows you to easily select another color. That's basically the standard color picker of source that you can use. And also changed the game to handle all the swords and stuff as items now. And they can be unlocked now as well, although there's currently no implementation for an actual price. So you can just unlock everything immediately and choose in-game. And, well, what I'm going to work on next week is adding the actual price here, so that it will retrieve the price, the wall of nodes that you have on the database, and the price for the swords, and add that, so that you can't even select them to unlock, for example. And I've also been doing some fixes for the bloom rendering on VGUI, and some listen server stuff. That's it for me.
Sweet. Sam.
Alright, I've been working on the scabbard for the Grave Requiem sword. It's kind of you can see the detail I've been working on. I still have a long ways to go with the sword. It's just a ZBrush model right now. Here it is with the sword hidden. You can see some of the detail on the back.
So you've got some retopo ahead of you in that before it's in game?
Yeah. Alright, that's all I have right now.
Nice. As for myself, I finished this alternate skin, the last one we've got to worry about for the time being, for Knight. It's kind of a riot cop sort of corporate police thing that's going on there. And that's now in game. I think I've got an in-game shot here somewhere. Sorry. There we go. There's a shot of him in game at the moment. It's kind of got like reflective paint on the chest and other parts, which kind of flashes weirdly, well, maybe interestingly as you play. Also, just to note it, we also had a mask made by one of our awesome artists for Knight as well. I also, just as a side note, added some different face skin textures for the other Knight skins that we've made. So there's a little bit of variation, not just in what they're wearing, but what they look like for the parts that you can see at least. This week I'll be working on a mask for the skin I just completed, and I'll also be working on Temple with Spire. That pretty much wraps us up for this week, so we'll see you next time.